Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome back. I hope your day is off to a fantastic start. It's Saturday again. Wild, like a whole week has just gone by. I don't know how this keeps happening. Anyway, since it's Saturday, I am here with Ye Olde Weekly Home Fragrance Roundup, the video that Alf and I like to upload most Saturdays here on my channel, where we talk about all of the home fragrance that we were using over the course of the past week. If you're new and you're wondering who Alf is, he's my trusty assistant, my little pug, who, did he walk out on me? Oh no, okay. He's underneath my chair. I'm still not filming in the formal living room because the Christmas tree's still up. I know, it's not decorated, but it's still up. I have decided that I just can't count on Craig to like take this damn tree down for me. So I'm gonna struggle with it myself this weekend. And I'm just gonna put it away myself. We'll see how it goes. It's a 9-foot tree, so it's really big. It's actually easier for me to put this tree together than it is to take it apart. But yeah, anyway, I'll figure it out. I don't know why it's not on like Craig's priority list to get the tree taken down, but I think at this point he just thinks it's like funny. So, but I'm starting to get annoyed with seeing the tree. So I think I'm just gonna take care of it myself. So next week, hopefully we'll be back on the floor in there and you guys will be able to get a better view of Alf as he, you know, pops in and out of frame like he likes to do. All right, guys, let's go ahead and dive into Ye Olde Weekly Home Fragrance Roundup from this past week. Before we get into it, I will go ahead and list and link everything that I am sharing here today if it's currently available in the description box down below. I always put sale information for the different candle companies that I tend to frequent. They usually, you know, like all candle companies seem to have a sale every single weekend at this point. So I put that information down below. Discount codes if you want to save 15% either at HomeWorx or Cringle. I have a discount code that you can apply to both. Yeah, she's a plethora of information. Feel free to check that description box out. Normally I would say, if I'm talking about, you know, like candle crocks or lamps, check out my candle crock and candle lamp 101 video series. This week I actually I didn't use anything underneath my crocks or my lamps, so I'm not really going to be mentioning those, but if you are curious, that's that video down below explains both of those concepts to you. And I list and link crocks and lamps that I think are really great quality and that have worked well for me in the past. In fact, I'm really going to encourage you to check out the links down below for the crocks that I'm able to share again because they recently came back into stock. These are two of the best and the most neutral that I've ever found. So if you're in the market for a candle crock and you're looking for one right around the $20 range, that one's a really great deal. So anyway, check the description box. Lots of information down there as always. And now let's go ahead, instead of me just telling you what I currently have burning, I've decided that, you know, for like this part of the video where I show you what I'm currently burning, what I'm melting either underneath my lamps or in my crocks, that I would take you guys, you know, for tours around the house. You seemed to like that last weekend, so let's go ahead, and even though I don't have anything crock or lamp related to show you, I will show you the 3 candles that I currently have lit. So let's get into that now, and then I'll see you on the other end to discuss all of the other candles and wax melts that I was enjoying over the course of the last week. So in the entryway of my house here, I have this really great console table, and I love to place candles here because the airflow in this particular area right here is quite good. So it will take whatever I'm burning, even usually like my weakest candles do quite well here. So this is a great location for me in terms of burning candles. But I do have a Chester Hurricane that I like to use in this entryway, and it amplifies a lot of the fragrances even more. This Pottery Barn Chester Hurricane is now discontinued, so I wish I could link it down below for you. But I always tell people if they're looking for something similar to pop into your local Home Goods, Marshalls, TJ Maxx. They carry a ton of hurricanes there. You might not find one that looks exactly like this, but you should be able to find something quite similar. I mean, the selection is huge. So if you're looking for a hurricane, that would be the first place that I would send you. I will also link just a kind of nice generic hurricane that you can easily pick up at your local Target in the description box below as well. It's not quite as fancy as this one, but it's quite utilitarian. So if you really are looking for a good hurricane, that's one that I would recommend. But within this Chester hurricane, I also have a HomeWorx candle pedestal. I did customize this one. It came in a like silver color scheme. I don't really love a ton of silver. I like to mix metals for sure, but silver isn't my like personal favorite. So I did spray paint this one. I actually have a video on my channel where I show you the process of how to customize these HomeWorx candle pedestals. Anyway, the candle pedestal is also not currently available. You might be able to find one on Mercari or something like that, but this particular like floral motif one it's not available right now. So anyway, what is within this whole Chester hurricane situation here candle-wise? Well, we have an oldie, but boy, is she a goodie. And I still want to do an in-depth review of this one because I never reviewed it when I first purchased it because I thought it was too special to burn. Which, again, now looking back on it just seems wild to me. But anyway, you live, you learn, you do better, right? I finally decided to bust one of my backups out this January and burn it. This is Crimson Velvet. I don't even remember what the name of this collection was, but I feel like it had like a Moroccan theme to it. Anyway, Crimson Velvet is, despite being probably at least 10 years old, this candle is kicking some major butt. It just smells so beautiful. It's definitely a very, like, I would say perfumey, borderline masculine. But man, it's good. I don't think it's ever come back since this collection. But if you are a Bath & Body Works historian and you know more, definitely fill us in the comments down below. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this one, and I look forward to filming a long, like decade-long overdue review of this one. And I don't know, maybe we can all encourage Bath & Body Works to bring her back. But anyway, this is what is currently going in the entryway. So here in the kitchen on our island, I am currently burning 2 candles side by side, and this is a pretty amazing combo. So if you happen to have both, please do pair them together because it's delicious. So we have Cringle Reserve Sweet Cream, which as of right now, at least at the time that I'm filming this, it's still sold out. So Cringle candle, please make more sprinkled macarons. Please make more sweet cream and make it in bulk so that we all get to enjoy it. But anyway, when she comes back in stock, if you are a gourmand lover, highly, highly recommend that you check out Cringle Reserve Sweet Cream. Absolute perfection. I did upload an in-depth review of this and the sprinkled macarons this week. And the candle next to it also got an in-depth review this week. So this is inside of this empty candle vessel from Voluspa. If you'll remember, this is the container from the Voluspa Noble Fir Garland that I fell in love with over the holidays this past year. Anyway, the vessel is far too gorgeous to just chuck into the recycling bin, so I cleaned it up, and I'm currently using it as a hurricane for my Nest candles, and it works great for that. So in here, I have Nest Madagascar Vanilla, which I also did a review of earlier this week. If you missed any of those reviews, I will link them in the description box down below. But this combo together is absolute perfection, and if you happen to have both, you should absolutely pair them. It's so good. I will say the Nest Madagascar Vanilla is not your typical like gourmand vanilla, but it's pairing really well with the Gourmand Sweet Cream fragrance. So I don't know. I just think if you're looking for an amazing candle combo, these two here together, you cannot go wrong. Individually, they're lovely as well, but man, I'm loving them together. So I think that's pretty much it for what's currently going on in the house. All right, so hopefully you enjoyed that little trip to my entryway and my kitchen. And let's discuss some other candles that I was burning this week. All right, so I'm really trying hard to get a little further into more of these Cringle Reserve candles that were recently released. So I reviewed the sweet cream, and I mentioned this earlier, but I reviewed the sweet cream and the sprinkled macarons already this week. So again, those videos will be in the description box. But I also was burning a little bit further into the silk sheets. Now, silk sheets I actually really have been enjoying as a bedroom scent. So usually every night, a couple of hours before we're ready to head to bed, I've been lighting this candle and then blowing it out right as we're getting into bed. And it has the most lovely, it's kind of a perfumey, to me this smells like a perfumey laundry type fragrance. It's really, really nice. And it's perfumey, but almost fresh at the same time. It's kind of an interesting scent. It's not one that I would consider hoard worthy for myself, but this also isn't the, you know, this is not a gourmand. I love gourmands, like that's what I tend to naturally gravitate towards. But if you are someone who really enjoys these fresh laundry type scents, and you don't mind a touch of perfuminess to go along with that, I would really recommend checking this one out from the Reserve line. I believe that Silk Sheets is still available. In fact, I think all are available with the exception of course, the sweet cream and the sprinkled macarons. So anyway, I should be able to have in-depth reviews of the last of these Reserve candles up next week, because I also was working on burning the Midnight Rose just a little bit more this week. It's a really nice take on a rose scent. If you love florals, definitely check that one out. But again, the in-depth reviews are coming. This one here is getting to be a little bit of a surprise for me, because the more I burn it, the more I actually really kind of like it a lot. And I don't normally like grape scents, but this is a really lovely Concord grape that I just think is really beautiful. It's nothing like the, what was it called from the fall, Vineyard Harvest. I think that's what the grapey scent from this last fall's collection was called. And it was like not good. It smelled like grape Kool-Aid. If I am going to enjoy a grape scent, it really does have to be a more authentic grape. I hate artificial or candied grape. And I think the absolute worst is when something smells like grape Kool-Aid. I don't know what it is about grape Kool-Aid, but I've never liked it. It smells so fake. Like, I don't even think it has, like, it doesn't even smell anything like any grape that I've ever smelled in my life before. But like, I feel like your brain is telling you like, yeah, this is what fake grape would smell like, right? Like, it's, I don't know. But this, very real grape. I like this one a lot. There's not really like much of a boozy note to this one, but I like it. California cat, who knew? Who knew? Anyway, I think I found a grape I like. So again, probably not like super hoard worthy, but if this one ever did go on sale, it would have to go on sale just because it's not in my usual wheelhouse. So I would need like a good deal on it. But I do think that I'd actually pick up another one of these, which that's nice. All right. And then of course we have my beloved sprinkled macarons. You guys, this is so delicious. And the more that it takes Cringle to like restock this and this sweet cream, the longer I guess it takes them to do that, the more I think irritated I'm getting waiting for it to like come back in stock. I just really want more of this one because I'm burning them so much. Like, I am now past the halfway point with both of these, and it bums me out because it's so delicious. It is so authentic, just real yummy goodness. And I want to burn this one year round. And as far as the strength and throw goes, with all of these recent Reserve launches, they are out of this world in terms of performance. So good in terms of strength and throw. I'm having the best experience with these. Usually I get a good solid medium throw from all of the, you know, Cringle 2-wick candles, but these are like medium plus for sure. So I don't know what they did here, but whatever they did, they got to keep doing it to like all of the Cringle candles, because this is the kind of strength and throw that I think would consider more people to cross over to Cringle and be willing to try them. But also, we do have those 4 wicks coming this year, which again, I'm going to keep kind of harping on those because I am so excited for those to launch. That is going to be a major game changer for Cringle. And I would probably fully just switch over to 4-wick with Cringle. I think, you know, reserve candles will probably always be these 2-wicks. And, you know, like if I had to get one in a 2-wick, like wouldn't be a bad thing, especially if they performed like these. But I see myself being a Cringle 4-wick convert, and I just need those yummy scents to start coming out. I'm ready to buy. My wallet is ready. All right, let's talk about something other than Cringle. Let's talk HomeWorx Vanilla Bean Macaron. By the way, I did upload my HomeWorx current candle collection video. If you missed that, I will link that in the description box down below. But I managed to get everything that I currently have left from HomeWorx into one closet in the upstairs of the house. And I'm really proud of that collection. In terms of like how much I've whittled it back. There's still a lot of work for me to do this year on that, and that's okay. But it makes me feel really good knowing that at some point in the near future, I'm going to be able to put all of my home fragrance, anything that I have in terms of backups, into one closet in just like one like area of our house. I will no longer have to be putting candles, you know, in random cupboards like over here, or you know, in the entryway, like in the cabinet in there. Like nothing's gonna be spread out anymore. It's all gonna be in one place, and I'm so looking forward to that. I'm just looking to be hyper organized at this point in my life. It's just a phase I'm going through. But also I think the phase of me like purchasing candles in bulk has definitely passed. I mean, I've done it enough times now where I know that like eventually I'm gonna have a meltdown about the amount of stuff that I have. And, you know, I need to keep that in mind and stop hoarding things. So, says the girl who just was talking about how she wants to hoard sprinkled macarons and sweet cream. I don't want to have to hoard it. Here's the thing. If Cringle would just keep them in stock on like a super regular basis, then I would just like reorder a couple every time that I finish, you know, 2 or 3 of them. I would just order another 2 or 3, but because they seem to release them so sporadically, it just, yeah, it doesn't help with that mentality, does it? But I gotta be strong. Anyway, back to this. HomeWorx Vanilla Bean Macaron. I do still have a couple of these left, and I'm glad that I do. I love this one. This is definitely one of my like top 10 fragrances from HomeWorx. It's so good. I don't know if it's currently available anywhere. I don't think it's available on their website right now. I know they just put out a few new scents, but I don't think the sale that's happening this weekend is really going to be worthwhile for most people. So, but the new stuff, there should be more sales coming up is kind of what I'm saying there. Just, there will be sales. If the one this weekend isn't to your liking, there will be another sale in the near future. But moral of the story is I don't think that I can get more of this right now. So, but Harry has been pretty good about recycling a lot of fragrances. So this one here is just, it's a delicious gourmand vanilla, and I love it. And it just pairs well with a lot of other things that I've had going. So this and the mochaccino crumb cake, which I actually purchased this in 2022, and then I never reviewed it. So I don't know if this is also currently available either, but I will still do an in-depth review of this because this is one of those scents that I think is going to get recycled at some point in the future. And I don't mean recycled in a bad way. I just mean, you know, repackages. They happen. I don't mind a repackage. And I also, the vibe that I've gotten is most of you don't mind a repackage either. It's just what I think people are annoyed with is if something comes back renamed and it is a total repackage, but it's not indicated anywhere that it is a previously released scent, maybe with a different name or something like that. Because I can see where it would be annoying if you're looking to try something new and you think a candle is a new scent, only to find out when you get it, like, oh geez, this is, for example, Harvest Leaves, but he just called it, I don't know, Harvest Forest or something, you know? So, totally get that. But, yeah, I don't know. I feel like HomeWorx did for a little while state, at least at homeworx.shop, that something was a repackage, but I don't wanna say that for sure. My memory is not the greatest right now. All right, sorry about that little Amazon delivery. Okay, let's keep going with a couple more Bath & Body Works candles that are from my ancient stash. This is Peppered Plum. This came out in 2017. I actually remember purchasing this, and at the time, I think there was only one left in stock at my local store, so I just bought the one that they had, and I brought it home, and I just kept sniffing it, and I was like, this is so pretty. This smells so good. I really love the way this smells. By the way, this kind of reminds me a little bit. Let me know if you would agree. Does this kind of give you some Dark Kiss or Into the Night vibes? I feel like this is kind of, I'm not saying this is like a repackage of either of those two, but they share some similarities, that's for sure. But anyway, so I remember when we moved from our old house into this one, this was one of the candles that I had to pack up. And I remember looking at it and thinking, oh, like in our new house, we're bound to have some super special occasion where I can bust this out and it's a really beautiful scent and it'll just be so special when I finally go to light it up. Well, we have been here for, in April, it's 6 years. So I guess according to me, in that 6 years, there has not been one special occasion that qualified this candle coming out and being lit, which is like absurd. We've had special occasions. It's like, it's silly. This is why, you know, sometimes I think we put rules in place for ourselves for certain things in life, right? Like for me, I had all these rules in place for candles that I really loved, that I thought were super special, that for whatever reason in my head, I was like, I can either never burn this because I'll never be able to get it again, or I can never burn this until there's a special enough occasion. But then like when you really step back and look at that, you think that's a weird thing. Like why? Like why can't you just burn the candle? Once it's gone, just find another one that you like and just burn that one next. Might not be able to find Peppered Plum again, but you'll find something similar. Like I just said, this kind of reminds me of Into the Night. I have a few more Into the Nights, and I don't know if that one's still available, but maybe that'll come back, maybe it won't. But maybe something else delicious or beautiful or amazing will come out that I will also enjoy. Like I don't need to save this. Even though it's old, it's not as old as what I'm gonna show you next, but I don't need to save this for a special occasion. I have been burning it this week and it has been so lovely. And every time I walk into a room where it's burning, I just think, this is pretty. My house smells so pretty right now. It makes me feel good. It might just be a random Wednesday in like January, but I'm alive, I'm healthy, I'm living my best life. Burn the candle. So anyway, these are my words of motivation to you to also use up some things that you have in your collection that maybe like you would never dream of actually lighting up and enjoying. But I think that should be a challenge for all of us this year. Like whatever it is that you have that you think is you're not like good enough to be able to use that thing now, get that thing out and use it. Doesn't matter what it is. The fine china, the expensive perfume, the expensive skincare that might be sitting on your bathroom counter, and you look at it and you're like, oh, I feel guilty for spending that much money on it. I should save it for, you know, when it matters. No, put it on your face. Anyway, same goes for this, vanilla cedarwood. I held on to this one even longer than I held on to the Peppered Plum because this came out, wait for it, in 2013. This was when these dang candles were still $20 instead of, what are they now, $26.50? What was this one? This one was $24.50 and that was 2017. This was 20. Can you see that little $20 right there? There it is, $20. Why did we have to go above $20 for these? I think this is where they should have stopped based on the quality. I think this $20 is where they should have stopped. But this one here, I fell in love with it. And yeah, again, there were no special occasions until I finally decided that, you know, every day is a special occasion. So I've been enjoying the vanilla cedarwood, and now I'll finally get to review it for you guys. I'm totally still gonna upload these reviews. That's absurd. You can't get these, but I don't know. It's kind of, I guess, my way of coming to terms with you know, closure. Like this is finally gonna go away. In a couple weeks, I'll be done with this and it's finally gonna go away. And I'm no longer going to have to pull out my Bath & Body Works candle collection every year and look at that and go, oh, I should really light that up this year. I did it. I did light it up. I'm loving it. It still smells like $1,000,000. That was, I think, between, I would say 2010, if I'm going by like what I can really remember in terms of Bath & Body Works history, I think between 2010 and 2014 were like my best experiences with like the quality of the burn for the price that I was paying for the candles. So yeah, they're a little more rough now. But anyway, we have a lot of wax melts, so let's discuss. These are all pretty much Scentsy. There's a mix in here of some Bring Back My Bar stuff and some older things that I'm just trying to finish. Tomorrow you will see my current Scentsy collection, at least in terms of the wax melts. You will see my current Scentsy collection and storage, so how I store all of my bars. So make sure you subscribe. But let's start going through these. White, Amber, and Silk. This was, I think, from the fall catalog, if I remember correctly. Listen, I'm not a Scentsy consultant, so I don't make it a point to memorize like when things were released. I'm not that person. If you're looking for more of like a historian when it comes to Scentsy stuff, check out my bestie Lisa. She's the one who I buy all of this stuff from. She has a pretty good memory about when certain things were released, so she's gonna be a better reference for you on that. But I can tell you that I like the smell of this. This is definitely this leans a little bit perfumey laundry to me, a little bit like Silk Sheets from Cringle, which I think I actually put over here. This is quite nice. It's a little light in terms of like the strength and the throw, the overall performance, but it's been nice in the bathrooms, so that's delightful. I used 2 of the toasted caramel sugar so far, and actually I kind of like this one. It's a little, it smells like an almost borderline burnt caramel, which I know doesn't sound delicious, but somehow within whatever else is happening here, it actually works. And this is a caramel that I enjoy. I don't normally like caramel. It's almost like a toasted caramel. That's what it is. It's not burnt. It's like more like a toasted caramel, which is funny because it is toasted caramel sugar. It really does smell toasted. I like it. I like this. I'll probably maybe potentially do a 6-pack of this. I think this would be lovely during the fall. Did a couple cubes of king cake. I'm really enjoying the king cake. This is delightful. And it is almost Mardi Gras season, so the Scentsy Mardi Gras collection is still available. I shared my thoughts about that last week. I'll link that video down below if you're interested. Here we have caramel sugar cone. This was another one that I was testing this week just to see like if I need to either do a couple 6-packs of this or if I just need to put it in my club. And I think I need to put it in my club. You know what I like about this one is it's interesting. It has an apple note to me, a very sweet apple note. You know what it reminds me of? Sugared apple from Yankee. If you're familiar with sugared apple from Yankee, will you let me know if you smell a touch of that in here? But what's also interesting is that you do get like a slight caramel note as well as a really delicious like sugar cone, like waffle type note as well. This is just yummy, and I think I might put her in my club. I think I'm really gonna like this one as a fall transitional scent for like September, October. This is so good. I really, really enjoy this one, and I think that's the one that might be club worthy for me. At the very least, before this current Bring Back My Bar is up, I will be getting at least a bare minimum a couple 6-packs of that because that is delightful. All right, Velvet Moon. I don't know if this was like something that I purchased a long time ago. I don't remember when I bought this, but it is a nice bathroom scent. I will say, I feel like this definitely has a touch of lavender to it, but it's not all lavender. And it's kind of softer in its approach to being a lavender scent. So I don't know. I can tolerate this particular scent. Is it my favorite? No, but I'll finish the bar. Ooh, a vanilla oud. You can tell by the packaging here that this one came out a while ago. Also, my the plastic was like deteriorating on here and the bar was getting a little juicy. So I finally decided, okay, the vanilla oud, we need to melt this one. And this had an amazing performance and it smelled like $1,000,000. If this ever comes back for Bring Back My Bar voting, I will happily vote for it. That is delightful. Really enjoy that. Blackberry Spice. Didn't really like this in the fall. Turns out I really like it during January. So did a little bit of this in a few of my warmers. Yeah, it is blackberry, but it's perfumey blackberry, and there is a heavy amount of spice to this. So you'd think like, oh, it'd probably be a great fall. Something about it just didn't make me enjoy it in the fall. I think I really like gourmand scents in the fall. Like I just can't get behind these more perfumey types of fragrances at that point in the year. But in January and February, when I'm a little bit lost on what to melt and burn, stuff like this is great. So I've really been enjoying that. And yes, I changed out my warmers quite frequently this week, but again, I have a lot of these Bring Back My Bars that I'm wanting to test to see what I need to either club and or create some six pack bundles out of. I love this one, vanilla walnut. You know what? And someone else said this too. This actually to me is a little bit closer to the the almond croissant than the other scent. What was it in here? Amaretto? Was it amaretto that people thought would? Yeah, I mean, I think I heard, someone told me that amaretto would be a great option, but what I think would actually be a better combo would be the king cake. Yeah, so people were saying that king cake would be a good replacement for me for the almond croissant, but I actually think 1 cube of king cake mixed with 1 cube of vanilla walnut, that is actually pretty spot on. How? Yeah, but this is way more similar. I like this vanilla walnut. Maybe I need a cube of this too. My club really doesn't have much room for growth, so I think I might be doing some 6 packs here. Okay, I've got some decisions to make. If you'd like to help me make these decisions, let me know what you think I should do in the comments section. Also, I finished another king cake. I really do like that king cake on its own. But do I think that it's a dupe of almond croissant just on its own? No, I don't. Amaretto. Also, a cube of amaretto would be good in that king cake vanilla walnut concoction as well. That would definitely add that almond paste type note. But I found this one just to go really fast. Like the fragrance dissipated out of this one quite quickly. So sometimes that happens with certain Scentsy bars. Like I'll just go through them a lot faster in terms of like the fragrance consumption, and then certain other fragrances last me like 2 or 3 days. Not as strong as obviously it was when I originally put them in, but they do have better lasting power, I guess. Almost finished another pink leather, which is one of my recommendations for, you know, January, like if you don't know what to burn. Also this Positively Pink. This has been lovely this month as well. Again, more of a perfumey, but kind of a masculine perfumey. I like it though. I really do like this one. It's got a nice solid like amber base to it. It just smells very warm, very pretty. It's a very pretty scent. Anyway, that's it. That's all that's in my little melting basket here. Let me know what you were burning and melting in the comments down below. I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much. Subscribe if you're new. Tomorrow again will be the Scentsy collection. And then next week at some point, I will also be uploading the Bath & Body Works collection, the Cringle collection, and then the randoms as well. So we still have 3 more videos coming in my candle collection and like update series. So stay tuned for that. All right, you guys, thanks again for being here, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.